Pastor Tibetan feels there is more to Olori, Ronke, and Miriam that has not been said, and if it is overlooked, these women will go ahead to do a lot of things that are quite unimaginable. Yes, they will do lots and lots of things that no one thinks of. According to him, he has a very strong feeling that these women are capable and can plan something that will actually cause the downfall of Olori Naomi. Yes, according to what Pastor Tibetan is trying to tell us, because Pastor Tibetan said long before now that they should not overlook into the joy and the excess joy of Naomi returning back into the palace. They should also look at the consequences of her return will bring. Yes, because according to him, he felt Olori Naomi's return in the palace will come with a full package of consequences. That was what he tried to say. But during that period, because Kabiyesi was looking forward to a successful reunion with Naomi, and then every single thing should play well, he did not really buy that prophecy. The prophecy came, and then he attacked Pastor Tibetan. In fact, he called him out. Nothing he said about Pastor Tibetan was good or worth listening to. That was what happened. So fast forward, he comes today, Pastor Tibetan still brought another prophecy given to this person, to Ooni and Olori Naomi. According to what he said was that they need to be more careful with this woman, because when Naomi was not in the palace, they fought her endlessly. In fact, they fought her tirelessly. And then come today, it doesn't stop them from fighting her. Like nothing stops them from fighting her. And they should remember that Naomi is returning into the lion's den. Those women knows the palace in and out. They control the palace. There is nothing about the palace that this woman doesn't know. So if they are returning back into the palace, then certainly what they are giving them is a leverage for them to do whatsoever they want. So they should be more careful. In response to this, the Ifa chief priest even had to call all the Oloris to go take an oath, to stay on an oath until while Olori Naomi returns in the palace, and they will continuously renew that oath. And what is the essence of the oath? They will behave themselves to the best of their ability. My people, it doesn't solve anything. Yes, this whole thing doesn't solve anything, because if these women have been under oath before but they chose to do whatsoever they want to do, then there is no single way that it is going to them taking an oath today then will all of a sudden hinder them from not achieving whatsoever they feel they can achieve. That is my thought too. But if you think otherwise, that whatsoever oath the Ifa chief priest has them to take, as we heard allegedly, will work, make we take discuss am for comment section. Yes, make we discuss am, because as it stands right now, these women have taken an oath before when Kabiyesi went for his 7 days prayer and fasting, and he came back. I think when he was about going in preparations for the Oloje festival, all of these women were dragged to the shrine where they took an oath to be in their best behavior, but yet they still misbehaved. Yes, they misbehaved a lot. They were still under that oath when Kabiyesi's birthday came, and we saw the kind of attitude they portrayed. So my people, there is nothing that they will tell me that this women's oath will work. So Pastor Tibetan now is trying to say that instead of dragging them to go take oath, he's trying to tell Kabiyesi and this person and Olori Naomi that they should know what she's getting herself into, because he has a feeling, aside the whole prophecy of a thing, but he knows for sure in one way or the other that these women are capable of anything. And then you should know that Ronke and Miriam, there are people who doesn't have conscience. Yes, there are people who do not have conscience. So Pastor Tibetan coming out to say all of these things, it makes sense. Yet it makes sense a lot. Why does it make sense? Because Ronke has vowed before now that she will fight Naomi to the drop of her blood. We heard how Miriam allegedly went to Akure to kneel down before Olori Naomi. She knelt down in tears, begging her, telling her that she should forgive her. All of these things, they are channels to get back to Naomi again. Yeah, some people feel that Miriam has really been humbled. Kabiyesi sent her packing out of the palace with an undertaking, the worst thing a husband will ever do to a wife, that Kabiyesi did to Miriam. Sent her out of the palace with an undertaking that she would never step her foot into the palace again. And he still went ahead to cut ties with her traditionally. That's the worst thing that a husband can ever, my people, ever do to a wife, that Kabiyesi did to Miriam. But if you want to follow up on all Miriam has done, She has done nothing good. So Pastor Tibetan now coming out to call out Miriam and Ronke that these women, they are capable of doing any single thing at all. Naomi should be more careful now that they are giving her leverage to be what? In forefront. What do they mean by leverage in forefront? Ooni's father would have taken that decision of all the Oloris leaving the palace himself. He should not have called Naomi out to come and take that decision, because he gave Naomi a blank check. Naomi banked on that blank check, and the blank check now brought in more and more curiosity from people, that why must it be Naomi to come and send all the Olori out of the palace? When has she become the ruler? When has she become the head? When has she become this? You know, so many people saying lots of things, saying a lot and lots of things. And you will still agree with me, that these people saying these lots of things are right. Ooni's father would have done this thing himself if he knows it to be effective. Because even the Oloris in the palace, when they asked them that Naomi is returning on the 20th, they are preparing to pack out, all of them said that Naomi has no right to send them out of the palace. She's a co-wife like them. A co-wife like them cannot come and send them out of the palace. Yes, they had a valid point. That is a very valid point. And my people, you know how these things they be. When these women have one single point to hold on to like this, it don't finish. They will use that, they will bank on it, they will play with it, they will do whatsoever they want to do with it. So they wanted to mount a protest, but they later stopped because what they have a valid point. What's the point? Olori Naomi is an Olori like them. She does not have any right to send them out of the palace. That is what they are banking on right now. And as it stands, that is exactly what they are doing. Because whatsoever you say to them, they will say that Ooni's father would have done that himself. He's a weakling. He cannot come out and confront them. He cannot face them. He cannot look into their faces and tell them to pack and leave the palace, because what he knows it is not right. Yes, he's sending his son's wives away. Now, I feel that was what Ooni's father actually avoided, that he asked Naomi what she wants, knowing fully well that Naomi would definitely have an option of this woman living in a palace. Naomi is coming back with Tedenikawo into the palace, and whatsoever will make Tedenikawo not to live well, she will not want it. And right now, no, Pastor Tibetan has come out to tell her that this decision you made is more like they gave you a book, a paper and a pen, right? You wrote, and it has turned against you. But remember that at the same time, you should remember that it will definitely turn against you. The same way he said it, that it will come in one way or the other, and she should be ready for it, because Miriam and Ronke are people who would not give up. Yes, these two women, they will not give up. Pastor Tibetan has told her pop and clear that these two women will not give up. So she'll be ready for whatsoever will play out. She should be ready for whatsoever will come. And she should be very careful and wise. Her IQ should be very high, because these two women, they are capable of anything in this life, and they can do it. They've already said it, that they will fight her to her last blood.